Hello and welcome to JFWA Academy News. I'm Elizabeth Melton, and today joining us will be Darby Jackson for the Shining Knot segment. So Darby, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a senior at JFWA Academy. I'm actually completing a few college credit hours this year, like most of my classmates, and I have a part-time job at Food City, one of the most wonderful places to work ever. And that's pretty much the straight and skinny with it.
So how has your experience at JFWA been?
It's been spectacular. My classmates are basically like family to me, and I can basically come to any teacher in this school with anything that I have, be it a question about their syllabus or personal life problems, such as just basically how the weather is, and I can basically rely on them for anything that I need, as they can rely on me.
What do you plan to do with your future?
I actually plan on going to ETSU and going through their ROTC program to help pay for college later on, since we don't have an ROTC program here as of now.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I actually, for the long haul, I plan on going through neurology. I mean, I'm actually pretty confident about my comedy skills right now, but you know, that's probably going to change because I actually like to eat.
Okay. So, why are you interested in neurology?
Well, it actually comes from, I have a long line of family problems involving neurological disorders such as lupus. And the most recent case with that would be my mother having lupus and having seizures a lot and general degenerative brain properties, which is a terrible fate that I would not have anyone undergo ever. And it's just touched me personally, and I feel like I could make the most impact there, as I have kind of like a personal vendetta against those kind of problems.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Much appreciated.
So for our second Shining Knots interview, we have JFWA Academy senior Isaac Williamson. So Isaac, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, last year at the prom, this is my greatest accomplishment. I won the best male dancer, not because of my dancing skills, but because I'm not embarrassed to dance. I dance like nobody's watching, even if they are, which can be negative, but it isn't for me because I enjoy getting down. I am a Disney fanatic. I know a lot about Disney movies, not so much as other people, and they might think they're a bigger fan because of that, but I want to own Disney, so I think that makes me a better fan than them. Let's see, I'm in Beta Club. Mrs. HK probably doesn't like me very much because I'm just too awesome, I guess. Did I already tell you about my laser tag?
No.
Okay, well, I'm a fantastic laser tag player, codenamed the Wolverine, because I will go berserker rage on anybody in that arena. It's all fake.
So, do you participate in any other clubs?
Beta Club is it. I was in World Culture Club for a while, but I dropped that because of some scheduling conflicts with work and all that. But Beta Club is it.
So last year you participated in Leadership Claiborne, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
So tell us a little bit about your experience with that.
Okay, so my fellow constituents for Leadership Claiborne was Nicole Hassan and Mr. Green, Zachary Green, Spanish teacher. There's a lot of meetings. Our main plan, they get us all together to form a plan to help the community. Ours was a stuffed animal drive for victims of fire hazards or something like that. So Nicole and I got Mrs. HK and got everybody a stuffed animal drive for the school, and that really helped a lot. The only downside was we had a bunch of stuffed animals in our cars for like 2 weeks because the rest of our Leadership Claiborne people didn't know what to do with it, so we just took care of it ourselves and took it to a local thrift shop. Other than that, we did some tours around Claiborne. The best thing I can think of was either going to Wood Lake, the golf club, golf course. They have fantastic donuts. And then there was the flyover of Claiborne. And I used to take flying lessons, so I got to fly up with my former flying instructor. So it was good to catch up with him and just see Claiborne when I'm not flying. It was beautiful. I love being up in the sky.
So how has your experience at the academy differed from your experience with other schools?
So I came to the academy when I was in 7th grade. I transferred from Gateway Christian School. I was there for about a semester, and then I transferred back to the Christian school. And then I stayed there a couple years, and then in 10th grade, I came back for the 2nd semester. It was a big jump because the academics are so much different. They're more ahead, I think. So the academics are better here than they were at last school. But my experience overall has been I've had to learn how to study a lot better, put more effort into things. The people here are great. The teachers are great too. They work with you when you don't exactly know what you're doing. Exhibit A, Mr. Carver with pre-calculus or anything like that. Mrs. HK is a great art teacher. Mr. Lockhart is a great English teacher. And Mrs. Hudson and Mr. Stotts are like some of the best science nerds. It's good to have a science nerd as a teacher. But yeah, my experience here has been great. And this class is pretty great.
So what do you plan on doing after you graduate?
So after I graduate, I'll be attending Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. I'm looking at a double major for film and theology, but they require a theology minor anyway, so I might major in film and then minor in some theology.
Well, thank you for joining us today, Isaac.
Thank you for having me.
Please join us after the break for our Knots Camera Action segment.
What do we know about learning? It takes place beyond the pages of a book. We learn by exploring, by trying new things, by connecting, by sharing. We learn by taking chances and dreaming big. At Lincoln Memorial University, learning is beyond the books. It's everywhere.
Hello and welcome to Knights Camera Action. I'm Chrissy Bradley. The Lady Knights' victory over First Baptist Academy brought their overall win-loss record this season to 16-5. This marks the 8th win in a row for the Lady Knights. With wins earlier this season over Jellicoe, they hope to add another win to their record. And now for an update on the boys team. Coming off of their 61-54 victory Saturday against the boys program from Bergen, Kentucky, marking the first time the Knights beat Bergen in the program's history, the Knights were confident coming into Monday night's game. They fought hard against First Baptist Academy but fell just short of the win, marking their 10th loss for the season, bringing their record to 11-10. The top 5 individual averages per game are as follows. Jake Gross leads the pack with 21 points per game, followed by Tanner Brush with 10 points per game, Spencer Holt with 9 points per game, Hunter Holt with 8 points per game, and rounding it out is Jacob Urey with 7 points per game. A shout out to the student section for supporting our Knights and Lady Knights this season. Thank you for joining us on Knights Camera Action. Stay tuned for Nightlife after the break.
So we were walking to school. I started thinking about lunch. Mom packed me turkey and cheese.
She's
I really
smart.
want cheese pizza.
Sometimes her mind wanders.
We should have a sleepover.
I remember saying, Laura?
I think I heard Mom say something.
The sign says don't walk.
Sometimes it's so overwhelming.
I really hope she doesn't
I
have
really
another
hope we
bad
don't
day
have
at
another
school
bad day at
today.
school today.
When you can see learning and attention issues from their side, you can be on their side. Go to understood.org, a free online resource with support and tools to help your child thrive.
Here we go. We're gonna go out there in the rain. We're gonna get wet. All right, here we go. Go, okay, good. Oh yeah, yes. So much fun. Mwah. We're getting so wet.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
One in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
I'm your host, Elizabeth Melton. Welcome to Not Life. January 26th was the night of J. Frank White Academy's Winter Formal. The formal was held in the Cumberland Gap Convention Center from 7 to 10 p.m. The J. Frank White Academy yearbook class gave the opportunity for any high school student to win a free winter formal ticket. Students submitted pictures of themselves participating in an activity outside of school. The winner was selected by the yearbook class. The winner of the free formal ticket was Rose Mountain. The Winter Formal was hosted by J. Frank White Academy's Student Activities Board. Members helped sell tickets and promoted the dance. Student Activities Board members committed their time to the success of the dance by preparing and decorating the convention center the day before and staying after the dance to clean up. J. Frank White Academy parents prepared the buffet table, supplying it with shrimp, beverages, and many other delicious finger foods. Students had a great night, breaking it down on the dance floor and enjoying a meal with friends. Let's see some of the highlights.
You gonna take the pills off. You tell her.
special thanks to Mr. Campbell and to all the Student Activities Board members, as well as the J. Frank White Academy parents that helped make this dance possible. Thank you for joining us on J. Frank White Academy's Not Life.